Hello, mes amis. I've been kicked out yet again. Well, to clear my roommate's files, I used kicked out figuratively last time. They don't ask me to leave to have their little meetings. They warn me and then I leave because I find it obnoxious to be yelled at whenever I dare to open my mouth. Yes, I have privileges, but are they necessarily a reason to shut up? Anyway, today I was rightfully and literally kicked out. I ruined the toilets. I figured beer could be a good way to compensate for the lack of weed and cigarettes, and actually beer and badly thought pizza wasn't a good idea, and actually I ended up barfing and shitting at the same time, and it was anatomically impossible for me to aim both flows in the same direction. And then I fell asleep, and I woke up to the sound of their scream, and I barely had the time to grab the GoPro and run away. Yes, because I shoot with a GoPro I borrow from the association Les Amis US de l'ABCD. But it's for a good cause, right? Because I'm trying to quit smoking. And also I'm kind of part of the association anyway, since I live in the same apartment as some members. So, yeah. Anyway, as you might have noticed, I don't only have privileges. I'm queer, LGBT. What are the other letters? They discussed it last time, and like, yeah, they were like, are asexuals part of the spectrum? But then isn't everybody part of the spectrum? And like, isn't sexuality variable anyway? And it shouldn't determine who you are. And I wonder if Angelas is asexual. I mean, I'm just being curious, but like, where do they stand on the spectrum? What are their letters? Hey, there's a fly. Yeah, no, I'm just being curious. I'm not interested or anything. Yes, I am. Anyway, my lack of privileges. Yes, I get it. I'm confusing. Queer is confusing. Not being straight, or a boy or a girl, and being perceived as such all your life without any complication whatsoever, all of that is confusing. I get it, and you can misgender me all you want. Hell, I misgender myself all the time. First, because like, French language is just full of gender. Everything has a gender. Like, this GoPro is female in French, and so is my hand, but my fingers are male, and so is this shirt, which makes like sexuality interesting since those are male, you know. Anyway, yeah, it's confusing and arbitrary. Like, gender is arbitrary in language, and in real life it becomes more and more arbitrary. I mean, it used to be so simple. I have a penis, I am a man. I have a vagina, I am a woman. And I have neither, or kind of like both, and I am a mythical creature. Yes, actually it never was that simple. Intersex, it exists. And also, if I misgender myself all the time, it's also because I have no idea who I am. But I mean, who can say that they really know who they are? Whoa, I'm so deep. That could be a good title for my sex day. I mean, who knows what I can do with this GoPro. I like, that's empty. I really want to smoke. Can you see it? I want to smoke badly. This is super uncomfortable. This is super comfortable, but you know what? I'm gonna make you comfortable. I'm gonna give you my pronouns. Hey! So my pronouns: drums, suspense. I don't care. I don't care. Nothing is insulting to me. I'm not fragile. I'm not like those people who correct anyone who misgender them. Whoa, that's the apocalypse right now. Are you done? Yeah, no, I'm not like that. I won't, do that kind of noise and be super angry if you misgender me. I know it's confusing. Queer is super confusing. And if I take an outsider's perspective on the situation, like, it's not being perceived as a woman that frightens me the most. I mean, at my birth, people were like, it's a girl, and then I identified as a girl for several years, and then I hit puberty and I started feeling like crap, and it never changed. And well, to be honest, right now I prefer to be perceived as a man, but also it's probably because men have privileges, so who am I exactly? I'm fucked. Well, so I'm not afraid of being seen as a woman. I'm afraid of being seen as a pedophile. Like, let's start with that. When conservative people want to attack queer people, they say that they're pedophiles. And in the 70s, French intellectuals defended both pedophiles and gay people at the same time. And both were considered with the same degree of disgust. And apparently it's still the case in some circles. You know what? That's why I gave up university. The disconnection was too intense, and also it was so conservative at the same time. I mean, I'm getting messy, am I not? Like, this... It's all confusing anyway, so... Focus. Okay, so university, on the one hand, you have idealistic, young, queer people, researchers or activists who want to reinvent the world, even if the world hasn't swallowed a truth as simple as boys and girls are equal. And on the other hand, you have the actual state of research which barely translated Judith Butler and struggles with including post-colonials and queer and gender theories and studies, and we have to rely on English material. And what's ironic is that these studies are based on tools developed by dead French intellectuals of the 60s and 70s. Yeah? Well, this is getting long, right? And messy, and I'll see you, I guess. Love you all.